How do I discover my passion and make it my career? This is probably one of the most important questions I've ever had to ask myself. It's probably the best question you'll ever need to ask yourself if life is going to be meaningful. Discovering my passion in life has been the pillar of my successful career. How to discover your passion and make it in your career is such a huge question because the answer will bring you unprecedented success and happiness. Passion will guarantee joy, and the career will seal the fulfillment. Here is how to discover your passions and make it into your career. These facts have been proven as testimonies by some of the most influential people in their respective specialties. Writers like Steven Covey, Napoleon Hill, and so forth, like Pastor Chris Oyakhilome, Kenneth Hagin, and so on, have all attested in a way or another to these ideals. 1. It is a process. Steven Covey, a best-selling author, says in one of his books, "Self-growth is tender. It's holy ground. There's no greater investment. It's obviously not a quick fix." He calls for patience as you journey out to discovering passions and fight to make a successful career. Thomas Paine, English-American revolutionist, who, among other things, put it this way, "That which we obtain too easily, we esteem too lightly. It is dearness only which gives everything its value. Heaven knows how to put a proper price on its goods." Another call to familiarizing ourselves with the process, discovery. As the gravity of this question settled in, before I understood the real definition of accomplishment, one thing had to be made clear. Discovering my passion and making it my career was not a once-off thing. It is a process which calls for patience and perseverance. The process involves learning, and learning to be good at becoming the things I do is a process. Discovering passions takes time to learn and time to be good at making the career work. It's worth mentioning that the learning process involves taking time to appreciate mistakes. What has made me better in my career is the continuous learning and practicing cycle I have adopted. Whether you're a writer, mediator, preacher, tradesman, and so forth, what increases the chances for success is how much you appreciate and adapt to the process. It took me a little over 2 years before I had an inkling of what my true passions were, and it took me several more years after that to make it happen in my career. In a way, it can be said that I am still discovering my passion and making my career work. It is a process, and the truth is that the benefits can be felt in a very short period. Number 2, enjoy and have fun going. Discovering your passion and making it your career is a lifelong process. It takes a long time. The happy and fulfilled times indicate what needs to be repeated and helps me to continue with constant effort. The bad times show the things to avoid, make us smarter. I became aware of how to go about it and be happy through and through. It has not been rosy all the time, and there has been some stumbling, but there have been successes too. The Reverend Pastor Chris put it this way, "If the road is rough and ragged, it doesn't mean you cannot enjoy the journey. It matters and depends on the type vehicle you decide on using." When I hit the bumpy road, I dance along. I enjoy and have fun on the journey. I never push through hurriedly, and I'm always serving an accomplishment, trusting that more is possible. I enjoy the experience and accept it as a learning moment. Number 3, polish your skills and invest in knowledge. Now, let's say you have a predisposition for, say, painting. You love art, and you're modestly good at painting and graffiti. There is something you need to do if you're going to become the next Ed Ruscha or the next Leonardo da Vinci. History has it that these great men of art did not just wake up to their stature of art guru in society. They invested heavily in improving their skills by hard work and research in the artistic world. While strategically planning my next level career-wise, I took time to assess my knowledge and skills. I imagine a novice who has no idea how to cook, tries to prepare a full-course dinner for the first time attempt and hopes to make it. After I assess my knowledge and skills level for my desire, I take necessary steps to strengthen my weak points. I take the time to bridge the knowledge gaps, as work on those skills need attention. What has contributed the most is acknowledging my weaknesses and committing to strengthening them. Knowledge of weakness is only the first step. An incessant obligation to strengthening that weakness is then imperative. A great thinker of our time says, unless you commit to working hard in order to improve, you will forever carry those weaknesses with you. Number 4, look for a mentor. Mr. Yan, prominent entrepreneur, suggests that for a complete discovery of your passion and to make it in your career, view yourself as an apprentice in an office. There's always someone who has done that thing you plan on doing before. Study their mistakes and follow their successful steps. Paul of Tarsus exalts men to follow after him in the manner he followed after Jesus Christ. I decided to appropriate my good and acceptable traits after a list of affluent individuals whose lives I admire. An example of taking after some ideal model is how some corporations invest in official and casual mentorship programs. Life cannot be lived by trial and error, and a renowned mediator said life is not a rehearsal. You should always look for a mentor. Just like any great athlete needs a coach, so does anyone aspiring for greatness. A mentor's core responsibility is to teach and advise. Although this can be a little harmful, we should accept the mentor's advice with honesty and respect. My advice here, it will help to know someone who will point us in the right direction. This someone should have been down the road before. Know someone who has cooked this dish before. Number 5, go big on your instincts. Take action. Another big ingredient I used in the course of discovering my passion and endeavored to make it in my career was developing a passion for action, habitually taking appropriate action on first thoughts and ideas. Despite the fact that discovering passions and having a rewarding career also involves believing in my dreams, I coach myself not to become a dreamer, but a doer. I built up myself to always have the urge to take action. This means acting on the steps strategically planned. I am not a talker. I am not a dreamer. I go big on my instincts. I act upon my passions and dreams. In doing this, I know I am halfway to fulfillment and discovering that dream. Planning means I am working smart, and when I act, it means I am working hard. Putting these two together, I am halfway discovering my passion and making it my career. These instincts should mean something. So go big on your instincts, take action, and actualize those passions.